Hey YouTube, coming at you with a great league team submitted by Gherkin, who said, "Love your content. I've learned a lot, but I could also really use some help. The highest elo I've ever hit in prior seasons is 2650 or so. Generally around 24 to 2500. This is my fourth season. Like most of us, I could really help by learning move counts and who wins CMP on most matchups. I think one of the biggest problems is knowing when or when not to switch out a matchup and where to go. I've struggled finding a team I can use consistently to learn any tips. There's some questionable decisions in this match." Okay. So right off the bat, I can tell your team comp is one of the problems of your, I don't know what to go into here. So right off the bat, what do you do against a Quagsire or Swampert or Whiscash lead? The Incinerates are resisted. They're going to be doing super effective. Charjabug's Electrics are resisted on the Mud Boys. And then at best you come into a mirror match behind on energy, and Quagsire is not a good save swap. Even on this team, Charjabug's not an amazing save swap. So right off the bat, your team's kind of in trouble. So let's look at the battles to see like some of these matches. But like again, this is gonna be tough in some certain situations. So this is a bad matchup. So you're staying in, which I get you have Shadow Ball, but they have Hex, Surf, and Shadow Ball themselves. I guess you can get to a move here. If they shield, now you're just gonna be so far behind. If they Surf, you may live. Skeledirge has some tankiness to it. No, guess not enough. So get this and get like 3 volt switches through before the game decides your opponent's allowed to switch. So now in a mirror match, because they swapped out, you can now punish this. Exeter still hurts on Shadow Quagsire. It's still going to do like 50%. So yeah, I'm going to end up shielding up 1 there, knowing that it's going to do that. Good fast move timing there. Throw it on the odds and the 2 versus 4. Not quite enough. Ooh, that hurts. Thought the Shadow may be enough to take it out. It is not. You're going to get hit with an X Scissor. It'll do a lot. Throwing blind. Again, it's good if they CMP you here, it's worth it. Yeah, okay, so it is worth it. They did have a move. Otherwise, you're potentially giving up a full Hex there. Going to shield up a Shadow Ball. Now getting back into here just to get met with the Typhlosion, which seems to be running Shadow Claw, because that is not an Incinerate animation. Okay, there's the Incinerate. That was weird. Did not show up. Yeah, so throwing here on 8, that's fine. Obviously, got to get a move off. They're going to throw here because they kind of have to. Thunder Punch will take you out. How much energy do you have left when you left here? Why would you throw that? Okay. Now you farmed up a little bit on that and got the move off. Okay. When something's that deep in the red, a non-stab Thunder Punch is more than enough to take that out. Okay, this is like a neutral matchup actually, because your Incinerators are doing neutral, their Steel Wings are doing resisted, so it was kind of a start of the advantage for you. They came into a Dragon, and again, you are kind of okay. So at this point, you got the Disarming Voice off. I think you probably go into Quagsire here, just knowing that you can basically Mudshot Aqua Tail down. Because now you have to shield. Opponents can come back in and take you out here. That's fine. You can get your Charjabug or your Quagsire, quite honestly. Quagsire maybe even, like, either or is fine. Both are resisting the fast move. Both have super effective charge moves. Hydro's going to hit neutral on both of them. Hydro's hurt, but it's a non-shadow, so it's okay. Or a Drill Peck, because something. I don't know. Okay. And out comes a Wiggly. So you can't just give up a full 3-turn fast move like that. You gotta, again, the ideal is 2. I don't know. You definitely could have survived 2. Going 1 is not the best, but it's, 4 versus 6, so it's not the worst. Not wanting to get farmed down, which is correct, so you got to make the instant swap there. Shield. Now the question is, after they Icy Wind you, does a Mud Bomb even take out from here, or is just, yeah, you're at 2 Aqua. I don't even know if a Mud Bomb takes out from this range. So just having 2 Aqua Tails back to back is probably the correct play. It would have been close with the Mud Bomb, but it's one of those things where it's like, it probably is enough, but man, if you have to farm down with Mud Shots after anyways, it's kind of a bad situation. Might as well just go back to back there. Okay, amazing lead. They will most definitely get out into a Greninja. There we go. Now, the thing with Greninja is it's still going to hurt, so you shield this. Unless you think they're baiting Night Slash. Okay, they do bail Night. Jeez. And now they get a second move. The thing is, you need to keep Switch. You really want to keep Switch. It is just another Night Slash. And they boost. You have to... Yeah, this is correct. You just throw this move. They're going to shield and get another move off, which is... I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't shield and get another move off. But that's fine. They're probably just going to try and go 2 shield whatever's in the back now. I would assume they let this go. Try and farm you down. Get in there because there's I was about to say there's like a little bit left on the switch clock, but okay. So you're just gonna wait it up. So now they're gonna have to get out. Everything's resisted. You just let this go, and out comes a Cress. So going for the Shadow Ball right away, likely to grab a shield. This is one where like a bait's even possible. Knowing I like this catch. So 2 things there. One, I think a bait is possible there because it's Crest. They have to that's the only thing they have health on left is Crest, so they have to use it. Have to use the shields. The catch I like too, even though you kind of put yourself in a watch the catch on this end potentially, is really your win con is going to be you get outpaced here. I still like the play. I think your win con is potentially Skeledirge, just because like those Aqua Tail Mud Bombs are not going to do anything on, realistically not going to do anything on Crest, and Crest will one-shot you anyways, so might as well just sacrifice your Quagsire and try and land the Shadow Balls. So I think if you baited the first one, you maybe got to the Shadow Ball in the third one there. So let this go. Come in with... I forgot what was on the lead. I'm guessing you lost the lead, which is why you got into Charjabug. And I understand if you lose the lead, you may be thinking come Quagsire. Sorry, on Skeledirge. But no, you're definitely just coming Quagsire. Take this out. You're not going to have alignment, but that's okay. I missed what was in the front, so let's see what comes in here. It is a Sableye, so I'm guessing that was on the lead because it's got a little bit of health gone. You should be recognizing, yeah, shield. If this was on the lead, which I think it is because I had a little bit of health gone, this is where you recognize, like, if you're giving up the really good matchup with Skeledirge, with Sableye, it's probably because you're weak in the back to Quagsire, or at least you don't have as good a matchup here. Sableye's tanky though, but going to commit the double shield, trying to make that read. The problem is I think you're just going to be outpaced anyways. So they let it go. You undercharge to try and get a couple more mud shots through. And it is Swampert, or that's an option. They just have 2 answers for Skeledirge, and then you're just dead anyways. I don't know about this, because then they could just farm and get the move off and then take you out. You're kind of screwed either way, right? When you have a Sableye and a Swampert on the team, it's not like you can overcome that with your team comp. Okay, great lead. They will get out into something. That something is a dragon. You don't have an immediate answer for dragon, so you're coming in here to a middle matchup here. And so this is where your team comp is failing you, because you really don't have a lot of answers. You have no answers for dragon. You're probably not weak to dragon, but you have Incinerate and Volt Switch, which is resisted. So you already put yourself in a bad situation. The Dragon Breaths are going to add up. They can easily take Switch here if they want. So I think the way you play this next time, if you're going to use this team, which I would not suggest doing, the way you play this team is you stay in with that Skeledirge. Yes, Incinerators are resisted, but you stay in there. You get a Disarming Voice off. That Disarming Voice will basically take it out or grab a shield. And then once you grab a shield, then you can go into your Quagsire to try and deal with a shield down advantage there. Otherwise, you're just in a situation where you're behind on energy coming into like not a good matchup anyways. Looks like they're just going to sacrifice the Skarmory and then have something in the back that's going to kill you. Yeah, that's not surprising. That's good. That's a good play. Just sacrifice the Skarmory and just come in and sweep here. So yeah, they're going to destroy you. So 1 is your team comp killing you there, and 2, you just need to like stay in with that Skeledirge and chip. Like, you don't have anything else for dragons in the back really, and coming behind on energy in an evenish matchup at best, not even a good matchup for you is not what you do. That is the smallest Empoleon I've ever seen in my entire life. Holy smokes. That is so tiny. Okay, shield up the Hydro. I'm so distracted by the height of this thing. Oh my goodness. Could have done one Incinerate and then throw here, but that's fine. Throwing the Shadow Ball, likely to grab a shield because they're just going to match shields and get a second Hydro off here. Obviously shield back. Now the question is, can they get to a third Hydro or before you Incinerate down? And if they do, it was your fast move time, but they do not, so that's good. You're loaded with energy. Dragon throws the Shadow Ball, kind of blind. Obviously, Disarming Voice, super effective, is better here. And now you throw the Disarming Voice second. I don't mind this instant swap. This is a situation where you probably should instant swap, just because it's low already. You can take it out with the next Scissor, and just throwing resistance Incinerates is not a good idea when they're just going to Dragon Breath you down. So getting the moves off and chipping it and grabbing a shield and then getting out into the Charjabug is the correct play. And it's a Wiggly in the back, so you should be okay here. Getting off the discharge. And you still have some health on the Skeledirge. Honestly, just come in Skeledirge and just sacrifice it, yeah. Force them to throw. Maybe you'll get to a move. And then your Quagsire will sleep. So that was a good play. That was a good play out there. Okay, Skeledirge against Wiggly. That's great. They will leave into nothing. Why are you not leaving when Charm is resisted? Why are you throwing a Shadow Ball when in Wiggly is half normal? Prime 2100 ELO range in action here. Sorry. I'm just being mean. Yeah, so Charm is resisted by fire. And Shadow Ball is... Come on, man. You just saw it was resisted. What are you doing? Oh, no. They shielded both. Okay. See that big circle in the top right there? That means they're normal typing. And normal typing double resist ghosts. So throw the Disarming Voice, which is neutral. Shadow Ball is double resisted. Water Gun... Water Gun Whiscash? Fascinating. Came out, so you auto swapped into your Quagsire, met with an Air Slash Mandibuzz. Obviously you don't have Stone Edge, which would be better, so going to just shield up these moves. I think your fast move timing here needs a bit of work. I think Air Slash is a 3-turn move, or is it? Yeah, Air Slash is a 3-turn move, right? So I think you should go 1 and throw here to optimize. But going to bank that move energy, snipe with the discharge. Hoping you should be able to, you should be able to get the next Scissor on a water. Okay, holy crap. Water Gun Whiscash coming up with a move here to take you out. And now it does 2 Mud Bombs from a Shadow Quagsire, take out Whiscash. Whiscash is tanky. Yeah, I don't think it does. I think it's going to put it like in a deep red, and then it's going to be erased here. Mud Shot down, or do they get to move? Yeah, Mud Shot down. Okay. So just about takes it out. Too short. Defense Deoxys. So good lead. They may just stay in and Psycho Boost and then bail into something. You are also just waiting to see what they do and shielding up a potential Rock Slide, but it's just a Psycho Boost. Psycho Boost does hurt. Out comes a Quagsire. So going to hit this with Shadow Ball, which is not a bad idea because at best you have a mirror match. Now you should get into your mirror match. You shouldn't be taking this. Like, once you land that move, get out. I know Quagsire and Charjabug generally have good matchups against Defense Deoxys too, so I know like you're staying in, but like you shouldn't be. You gotta get it. Like once you land that Shadow Ball, you gotta get out of that matchup. Don't burn that last shield unnecessarily there. So you got some energy here. So does Defense Deoxys. It's probably got a Psycho Boost loaded. Guzzlord comes in. So again, fast move timing would be 2 would be the best, because that would get you to 8 versus their 9. Just like that. That's what it looks like. They're going to shield and then potentially just try and farm down here, hoping you don't get to another move, or banking the move and then to get a Defense Deoxys. Okay, go look up a typing chart, because Psychic is weak to Bug, so that X-Scissor would have one-shot Defense Deoxys. And actually, X-Scissor is just a general better. I think the X-Scissor is actually just a better move in general too, for energy. And like I think it's like even damage, better energy. So I think X-Scissor in neutral matchups is where you want to go, and then ahead on energy, it's definitely where you want to go. Sorry, against a super effective, that's definitely where you want to go. Catch the move on the Skeledirge. Gonna get to this Disarming Voice, which is double super effective, so this will finish it off there for the win. Yeah, you're definitely lacking on some typings here. So good lead, counters resisted. Yes, they could potentially have Rock Slide. Oh, Disarming Voice. Look at you throwing a Disarming Voice on a normal type Pokemon. Okay. Correct, because Shadow Ball is resisted. Could be a Rock Slide. So going to beat it up, just assuming it is. Yeah, that would be a very risky, borderline really dumb bait there. Like if you're just going to stay in this matchup with Vigoroth, you're staying in to throw the Rock Slide. So this is one where I think you're putting yourself at a huge issue staying in. Because the claws are doing super effective. They'll just shield. And by this point, now you're too late because they already got like 1.5 loaded. Plus it's a shadow, so it could have Power Gem. Yeah, so you're shielding up because it could be a super effective Power Gem, and that is exactly what it is. Again, go X-Scissor because X-Scissor is a better, I think it's same damage, better energy, and they caught on their Charjabug. So now we're in a mirror match. Throwing the X-Scissors against each other. It's a 4-turn fast move each, so fast move timing does not matter here. Hopefully you win CMP. One attack, not going to work. But you can incinerate this down. I mean, how much energy do they have? I don't think they can get to another move here. Oh, no, now they may. Yeah, okay. I really thought one incinerate would take it down, but it did not. So this is something that you could learn here that I would have done. I would have made this mistake, but then I would have instant jumped when it did not. So here's the thing. You can, even if you don't know the counts, you should know that they're probably within 2 to get to the next one. So once this incinerate goes through and does not take it out, which I thought it would, you're already sort of blind clicking. Like if it, it's so tough because you're already sort of blind clicking, which I kind of get. Like I'm always auto tapping too. So it may be tough in practice. In my mind, it's easy to do, but in practice, it may be a little harder. Basically, what you would do is like throw one incinerate, not tap. When you see that 1 HP left that it didn't take out, you instant swap to a Quagsire and just get that 2-turn mud shot off to take it out, as opposed to locking yourself into a 5-turn, which they just take you out. And now foul plays from a shadow. Gonna put you low. They still may need another move here, so that may help you in the ending here. Going for the Aqua Tail. Back to back, losing CMP to the Sableye will take you out for the win. Yeah, once you got caught in that second incinerate, the game was over. Okay, amazing lead. They are double weak to fire. Get into a Wiggly, which is not a good matchup. Okay, so. Okay. I'm not going to call you out for throwing a Shadow Ball in a normal typing again. I do think it's correct. This is also resisted, but they're low enough that it may not matter. Fairy resists bug, but they were low enough that it does not matter. Now you have to throw X Scissor here because this is neutral and Discharge is resisted. I think otherwise you played it right. I think you stay in for a bit there. Good catch. This is resisted on fighting. Just come in Quagsire, yeah, knowing that it's essentially useless in the back and just get your Skeledirge. No, there's no point of shielding, especially a Night Slash. One, that was too fast for anything else. Two, if they're going to throw Night Slash, you don't want them to boost and then throw. Three, Skeledirge is your win con. Like, there's absolutely no reason to shield the Quagsire here. Twice at that. Oh my. Ooh. So they're just going to farm down and try and come out with like a Thunder and a half. Not that it matters because one Incinerate's going to blast them. And they're shielding here. And then you get farmed down even though you could just instant swap. Okay. And then you pull off the catch. Jesus. I don't even think you need a Shadow Ball. Disarming Voice is enough after this Incinerate registers. And you just get it off. And just take it out. You won with 1 HP in a game that you should have won with like 2 Pokemon and a shield. Sorry. Sorry. You wanted honest critique? That was bad. Yeah. Typings. Yeah, I can see that I don't know where to go. I don't know how to play out matchups in full display on that one. So you had let's just go through how you should play that last one out. You had an amazing lead doing double super effective Incinerates against a Ferrothorn. They get out into a Wiggly. You don't have an answer immediately that's going to beat a Wiggly, right? Wiggly a little head on energy can just out charm Quagsire and Charjabug and just double shield and flip switch. So you correctly stay in, you take those resisted charms on Skeledirge, you incinerate a bunch, you throw the non-resisted Disarming Voice as opposed to double resisted Shadow Ball once, and then after you get that shield and chip it a bunch, then you can get into your Charjabug to like take the charge move and then some charms because then you can take the rest. Then you align the Skeledirge back on the Ferrothorn and then your Quagsire in the back with whatever's in the back. You do not care what's in the back. You do not care about Quagsire. You just chip as much as you can with Quagsire, and then Skeledirge with the shield will sweep the rest. That's how you play that game. To have that alignment and then almost lose. Yeah. So, 1, sorry I've been so mean. 2, learn your typings. Especially with Pokemon you're going to play, learn your typings. 3, the third one is tough to actually like teach people how to like play out certain matchups and know that. Like, how do I teach you? I just explained how you should play the last game. But how do I teach you that you need to know that Skeledirge is your win con and Quagsire is useless and that you just need to like chip with Quagsire and don't really care what happens to it and save everything for Skeledirge? You can't really teach that. I can explain it. I think I explained why you do that because, again, Skeledirge is going to kill Ferrothorn. You have like even shields already so that if you can just like chip it low with Quagsire, the Annihilate, and just chip it with Aqua Tails and Mud Bombs, you'll put it low enough that you can incinerate down, counters resisted, shields up their charge moves, and then you'll just destroy the Ferrothorn. Easy play out. I don't know how to... So I explained how that matchup should work out and why, but I don't know how I can teach you to recognize that. I think a lot of that just comes through like practice and watching these videos and watch me explain these matchups and like how you should play them out and why. And then you just hopefully start picking up on it I guess that's the best way. I don't know. If there's any like teachers or anyone who has ideas about learning, let me know about that last one. Like how do I teach that? Or is it just what I just said? You just kind of need to like watch repetitive battles to understand like and do the battles to just understand how it flows and why you are sacrificing certain Pokemon and running with some and stuff like that. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for the video. Sorry, I hope it wasn't too mean. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.